these criminals are not just attacking the villages and killing the people. They are chasing them out of their land, and they stay there, stay around to see if the people from that community will come back. And if they dare come back, they will attack them again until they will stop going back to their land and find somewhere else and never to come back. Somebody said this like about 4 years ago. And this evidence have been presented at several times, on several occasions. But what did you get from it? Just, hey, is that true? Yes, it is. Take a look at these ones. These ones are those who kind of survived the several attacks of the Fulani terrorists. They have been kidnapped, they have been killed, their villages have been burned, their farms have been destroyed. And they've never really gotten any serious help from the government of Nigeria, who doesn't really give a shit if whatever goes on there anyway.
Of a truth, this community you are seeing is a very large community. After the local government headquarters, the next village, the next community is Ikobi, which you are in now. And because of the incessant attack on this community, all the villagers have run away, leaving very few persons now. As I'm talking to you, where you are now is the Central Primary School. We have 2 secondary schools, of which none is functioning because of the crisis. You can see, when you were coming, you can see how they burn houses. Yeah. And the village you pass through, nobody is there because of the attack. And this morning, as I was telling you, they attacked our boys who went to feed who carry food to give their sons and relatives to Boko. On their way coming back, they attacked them, injured one of them, and even went away with their bike. And thank God that on your way coming, you rescue some women at Inyapu, close to Ikobi. The attack, in short, started since January 17th. Okay. And up till now, they are still attacking us. And as I'm talking to you, you can witness my people. They say they are here now with a large number of cows and even large number of herdsmen. And we don't know their next target as I'm talking to you.
And that's how people live in all those areas, man. You will see politicians in their well-starched babarigas. Sometimes they will be like wearing suits or wearing this and that, Guinea brocade and all that. And they will tell you they are working for those people. So the communities that realize that they are on their own, some of them just went on to go and make deals with the terrorists and promised to be paying taxes to them if they can allow them to remain in their communities and go to their farms. So they pay money to the terrorists before they can go and cultivate and plant and, then when it is time for them to harvest those cultivated lands, right, they will have to pay another money. And if they don't pay the money demanded by the terrorists, they better not go to those farms or they will be killed. We have evidence of all of that. That has happened. On that right now, in Nigeria, they have places they call ungoverned area. Supposed to sovereign country. Nigeria is supposed to be a sovereign country, Abi. Sovereign country means that independent country that anybody will want to take any tiny piece of land from Nigeria without Nigeria giving you the land from any part of Africa. Now, what you are looking for. That country has ungoverned area where terrorists from the Jalon, Futa Sadness, Futa Sorrow, and Futa Sofanesi have taken over. And those areas are now ungoverned area because Nigeria have no resources. Nigeria have no resources to cover them, to recover them. Nigeria have no resources to protect them. That's not even enough resources to protect those who are not in those danger zones. We are all on our own. And sometimes when people have to run far away, when they saw their loved ones being butchered, slaughtered, and they see their killers still roaming their communities, they run far away. This trauma is a trauma that a lot of people will carry for the rest of their lives, yeah? And to some, they far away as far enough from all these troubled areas who probably will be where I won't have to run through the forest again. Where do you think you can go that you can run through the forest when you are running away from the terrorists, from the Sharia North, invading your communities in the middle belt? Because Abuja itself is not safe. Maybe they're on top of the bridge in Lagos. And now they are also picking them up. Do not sleep on the bridge. they are clamping down on them. Let's stop by in Lagos quickly.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. Àwọn máàtì wọn kọ́ fi sùn yẹn kó àwọn ẹbí pálí yẹn ẹ̀yà everything.
That is one of the bridges in Lagos where homeless people were cleared off from anyway today in Lagos. It's pandemic of that too, homelessness, joblessness, hunger, poverty. You know, as they will say, there are homeless people in America too, of course. But that never used to be a thing. I don't know. I don't know if, you know, I don't know if I'm actually getting old or something. The only people you will see outside that will sleep outside or homeless are usually mad people, they will say. And now you say, like, these are the usual people you will see sleep on the bridge, sleep inside uncompleted buildings, or the runaways, you know, the kids that run away from homes. And you get to see them clinging onto the tip of the bridge like that in the middle of the night. But it is actually a thing that people are now embracing. And you have no idea what a pandemic it is. I just thought I should mention that because the people that are homeless there, or those of you who want to talk about those in America, is it most people who are homeless in America, they have one demon they are battling or fighting? Or some of them, it's not by choice, like they are choosing just to start with. All right. And then there are others that are actually like their own choosing. You see that this one that you have in Nigeria, I don't know how to describe it too. Because if to say you have a country and you have, I mean, if Nigeria was to be a real country, Nigeria and the people trapped in that contraption from everyone's part of that Nigeria. You have the resources that could take care of you, no matter your population, no matter what have you, and you will still live a better life than what Nigeria is currently giving you. Homelessness, hunger, and all of that. Man, this shouldn't be something that is forced on you or you forced on yourselves by your choice of who or who are you standing and defending. Those ones who are doing everything to ensure that you remain in perpetuity of that poverty. And you embrace them because you probably don't see it that way. Those who keep giving you same thing again and again, on your part, you keep doing same thing again and again, and you are expecting a different result. So we believe that is a symptom of a madness, by the way. I'm just saying that there are some that are forced on you, and there are some of these things that you forced on yourself, ignorantly or selfishly. But nobody deserves to live like that in a place that is purportedly meant to be one of the richest places on the planet Earth until the calamity Nigeria happened to all of us. It can be corrected, though, if you kind of would know why we are where we are today. So there was this video I popped up. Hang on. Currently, the people that destroyed Nigeria, the elite and the gang, they are now kind of embracing a national charity program. Because that is what is going on in Nigeria right now. National charity program. The government is doing charity. The elites are doing charity. And everybody is now showing concern that this hunger is real. I'm so sorry about that noise. It's some drilling out there, I believe, okay? And I hope I'm not kind of sitting here and going to witness a plane crash out. Anyway, the elite, so I saw Dangote. Yeah, the quota system billionaire Dangote. He was in Kano a few days ago. The elite atoning for their sins by giving charity. Steal from them, make them poorer, and then please give them food. And you will see the grace of Allah. It works all the time, I believe. So Dangote, few days ago, about 4 days ago, in Kano. So Dangote has joined as Stephen Ngwo, and you will see the senators, you will see the reps, you see a lot of them with different bags, rice, indomie, noodles, and all of that, okay? So in Kano, 2 days ago, Dangote gave them 120 bags, 120,000 bags of rice. That's the 10 kg rice. They've bagged the rice to 10 kg each, okay? So he gave them 120,000 bags in Kano. He gave them 80,000 bags in Lagos. Because it is the moment of atonement of sins.
Of a truth.
Let's go see Dangote. Hang on, where is Dangote? I had him here earlier, and somehow I have lost him. And I actually wanted to show you the Kano part. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Just a bit of a kind of a break. When I bring that back, right? Let's kind of take it as a break.
That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. That transmission, all classes, you know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF. Double F. That is his name. I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please, forget it.
Nuisance, Lele.
So if Tinubu tell you to forget it, you are here now, masturbating in public. You want to defend Tinubu. Tinubu no say he no get choice. Now let's go to that Kano. That was where the charity started from. 120 bags, AIT reports.
At a time when many families are finding it difficult to feed due to the economic situation, this intervention to people with disability, the less privileged and the most vulnerable groups is Aliko Dangote's contribution towards easing the pains. With 15 billion naira earmarked for the Dangote National Food Intervention Program for distribution across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Kano State is getting 120 bags out of the 1 million bags.
This initiative is part of our response to the current economic challenges facing our nation, and it is a testament to our commitment to supporting our communities in line with our core values. The allocation that will be given to Kano State, because of the large population and also level of poverty, we will give 120,000 bags.
Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf describes Dangote's gesture as an uncommon act of compassion that would be rewarded by Allah.
In fact, this act of kindness, especially in this holy month of Ramadan, exemplifies the spirit of unity, compassion, and support that we must foster in our communities, and especially during these challenging times. Let me seize the opportunity to call upon the distribution committees to ensure that the distribution is carried out with the utmost transparency, fairness, and without any bias.
I also urge other well-meaning individuals and corporate organizations to emulate these efforts to support these less privileged in our communities, because government cannot do it alone.
This intervention by Aliko Dangote is in addition to daily feeding of over 10,000 Muslims fasting across the state, aimed at alleviating the pains occasioned by the multiplier effects of the 2023 fuel subsidy removal by the president. Enemona or chairman.
So that was a Kano, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody said, make them poor and give them food and see the blessing of Allah on you. Because the Allah who saw you stealing from them, and then the Allah is so happy that you come back and give them food and all of that stuff. And that's what they do in Nigeria, okay? It's so good, out of giving. Oh, amazing. Economic saboteurs helping their victims to have some meal. At least few days in a month. It is how Nigeria works, they will tell you. So back to Lagos. It is the same message as well. So somewhere boy in Lagos, right? He had to bring his pal. Let me see that. Yeah, this one is that of the Kano. So they went there with Dangote. Dangote no get farm. Dangote import is rice, the grains and all of that. He's the only person, or maybe with another guy, Bua. These are the only two people, the two people out in the entire country who are allowed to bring in rice, even though they have banned importation of rice. He's the only person who is allowed to bring that in. He will bag it and they will call it Dangote rice. It is only in Nigeria where they don't say Dangote don't get farm, but Dangote rice. Anybody who has farm and want to start all this same rice, this rice starts, you may have Dangote to contend with. It is what it is, and it's Nigeria. Okay, well, it's a good gesture. I mean, 15 billion naira national 1 million bag. See as they call and like say 1 million bag of rice. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 bags of that 1 million bag. Okay, you have 5 to get you 50 kg bag of rice, normal bag. So normal, if Dangote give 5 million bag of rice, that will amount to 1 million bag of real food, bag of rice. So this simply means that Dangote is sharing 200,000 bag of rice all over Nigeria, but they have divided them into 10 kg. Do you understand that? Oh, what an amazing billionaire. 250,000 bag of rice for 220 million people. Allah must be very kind. Yeah? So in Lagos, they had this, where they displayed the bag of rice for everyone. Otedola even came to present it. And there was somebody who said, Otedola, give me bag of rice. Omo, if I am the one in that guy, I'm going to go and frame the picture. If I was this guy, that collected bag of rice from Otedola, I will just go and put it all. I will go frame this picture. I will use this. I said that poverty only kure. Poverty to bank, but poverty, if you hear me wherever you did, only kure. The damages you have done, now only if you do Anyway, good gesture. Let us be grateful. At least let's be grateful. Somebody is doing this. We should not always be making everything politics. Okay? If you choose not to do it, which is true. And that is what Sanwo-Iku had to say as well. All of you rich people, be like Dangote now.
Taking the time to be part of this. As a country, as a state, globally, in fact, there's a lot of global disruption, there's a lot of challenges everywhere. You've seen videos of people shouting that there is a price increase in Canada. You've seen videos of a lot of challenges in the UK, in different parts of the world. So what we're saying is that we're not in need alone. We're not the only one that is in need to global disruption that we've seen. It's everywhere in the world. We've seen all of the issues in Gaza, in the Ukraine war. So it's a tough time to also be in a position of leadership. But for businesses to come and join government to be able to meet, and rescue our citizens, I think it's actually very, very commendable. And so by the gesture, through the donation of 80,000.
Nuisance lele.
Ṣẹ́yìn gbọ́ Adé Gator, Adé Pointer, Governor Pointer and Kill, Sanwo-Iku, Dele Farotimi called him Orojide Sanwo-Iku. I saw a video this evening, and it was one interview of Dele Farotimi, and they're having a chat about the whole thing. And then people just scrubbed out where he called Sanwo-Iku. He called him Orojide Sanwo-Iku. Sanwo-Iku is telling his audience there that there is global crisis. There is Gaza. There is trouble everywhere. Government cannot do it. So yes, you should know, trouble everywhere. UK, America. You can see video. China. There's nothing true in all he said, though. But just so people will know that if you are hungry in Nigeria, that you cannot afford to pay for your own food or feed your family, there's no point in you being angry with the government. It's all over the world. People are hungry in the UK too. We cannot buy food here too. In America, you see, in Gaza, where they are fighting war, in Ukraine, is Nigeria fighting war now? Yeah. But it is what it is. That's how they carry their moguls in Nigeria. And there are those who believe them. They agree. They say, yeah, it's true. It is true. Even the UK. In UK, where you are, Mayegun, I remember when some idiots will come here and say, even Mayegun in the UK that you are, the economy is I say, but okay. If the economy in the UK is right? And that is why it justifies the economy of kinekon in Nigeria. Hey, Baba, how come you have not returned back to that Nigeria? I asked somebody like that and he just started fighting me. And the only question I ask, if you agree with the criminals that it is the same everywhere, even you, Mayegun, you can confirm here. I live in the UK like you, Mayegun. We are all in this country. We know that inflation is 11% in the UK. So, are you not seeing people who are losing their job? Are you not shaking the corner and say, yeah, I'm seeing them? Are you not hearing about the cost of living in the UK? All of us are, everything is expensive in the UK now. Everything, I said, okay. Right, you believe them then, right? How come you haven't returned back to that Nigeria? The economy is shaking in the UK. Olori Buruku lost your job. Council is paying your rent. And the same government is giving you stipend to say, okay, look, the same UK, collapse. They are there. They are funding your family, paying you allowances, paying for your gas, or putting on hold your, put your council tax on hold, ensuring that at least the homeless. Well, it is convenient. Now let's compare that with Nigeria. Now, sure, you know they see that in Nigeria it's very like I just feel like, man.